let's talk a little bit about
Yeah.
the latest, the newest, the recent rules changes in baseball, and get some takes and
Yeah.
dislikes or likes.
I mean, baseball's changed, especially since you've played, Steve. And I don't know. I find some good positive things coming, especially from this last year on some of the new changes. But what's your opinion on some of them?
Well, it's changed so much. It's gotten back to the amount of time a game took back when I was playing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We used to do 215, 222 right in there, a bunch of runs scored, maybe 240. And what happened over the years is, especially with the emergence of cable television and advertising, you all of a sudden went from 2 minutes between innings to 3 minutes. And then with sabermetrics coming along, and I call it, millennial baseball, no starter was, you used to get paid for complete games. And that's not the case anymore. You're paid to go 5 good, solid innings. And then the game is turned over to the real focal point now, and that's the bullpen. So when you just asked to go 5 innings, you're going to take your time a little bit. You're going to pitch around batters. You know that you probably have 80, 90 pitches in you. So you're not going to give them too many first pitch fastballs, and that's going to slow down the game. And I was just as mad at the hitters stepping out, adjusting their gloves, step back in. It's another 15 seconds, and I was a guy that couldn't wait for the pitcher to throw the ball. I remember Mike Schmidt saying, "Garv, if you just take a few more pitches, you'd get 90 to 100 walks." And I said, Mike, I was a bat boy for Roy Campanella and Jackson, all these guys. And Roy's philosophy was thou shalt not walk. I mean, those guys went up there to hit the ball. And I said, I felt the same way. And, so the evolution of the game has now been, I like the pitch clock. Let's get up there and throw the ball. Because ironically, it's good for the pitcher and it's good for the batter because there's timing involved. Pick off at first, okay. Yeah, that's fine. A bigger bag, I'm not so sure about that, but, so be it. The shift, I thought the shift was an evolution of putting the burden on the defense. And the defense adjusted and started taking away hits and runs. Let's equate it to Bill Belichick, who is a defensive genius. And he comes up with a defense to stop Mahomes, and they win the game. Well, the defense came up with a way to cut down on runs. So be it. But now baseball has cut them back because ultimately, at the end of the day, they want more offense. The ball goes farther. Now they're going to have more hits. 2 throws over to first. Look at the number of steals. It's how it's increased. So I think all of these add to more action and so forth and so on. But I think it's interesting. I've always said that the reason we love this game is because it's timeless, because there's no clock, and it's the meritocracy where you get 27 outs and one more run and you win the game. And that maybe the fans are saying, it's just, we got away from that. Well, I've heard basically positive things. Yeah. And these games now, last night I was doing something. I checked the Padre game, and I thought, well, that'd be 6th, 7th. It was over. It was 5-0. It was a great pitch game, obviously, by Snell. But I think overall the fans like it. They're engaged with it. If your pace is a little quicker, you can't go to the concession because your guy's going to come up, right? I think overall good for the game.
Yeah, and I'm totally in agreement with you.
I got 5. As earlier Steve mentioned 5 innings.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here thinking about Bob Gibson and my dear friend Don Drysdale. They're rolling over in their graves when they hear conversation like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's more money on the line. There's more money on the line. You want to protect your players now, your investment. I get that.